All right, well, welcome everyone. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that I'm speaking with you here today on the treaty territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, and before them, the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Huron, and Wendat. I also acknowledge the many First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and other global Indigenous people that now call Brampton their home. At Brampton Library, we are honored to live, work, and enjoy this land. So thank you for attending today's presentation, Work from Home. For those of us joining on Webex, please be aware again that we're also live streaming this to Brampton Library's Facebook page, and we're also recording it, and the intention is to put it on our YouTube channel afterwards. So my name is Megan. I'm a Diversity and Adult Services Librarian at the Brampton Library. So as a librarian, I'm passionate about connecting the community I serve to resources and community experts that empower them or you to become lifelong learners. You know, books are the traditional ways that libraries have connected people to expertise in the past, but that's really just one of the many tools we use today. And in my role, I have the wonderful opportunity of working with community partners to develop an array of enriching programs that meet our community's unique learning needs. So today, for example, I'm very excited to be moderating this presentation presented by Kwadwo Urenki, who is a facilitator with Job Skills Employment Services. Kwadwo is an engaging and energetic speaker with proven expertise in motivating clients of all ages. His over 10 years frontline experience includes job coaching, career counseling, curriculum development, training, and working with diverse clients across job skills and local communities. Job Skills is a wonderful local resource, which we often refer folks to at the Brampton Library. So I'm excited for all of you who are about to hear this informative presentation and how you can connect with Job Skills if you haven't already. If you missed last week's session on embracing the new normal, you can find a recording of it on Brampton Library's YouTube channel now, and I can post a link to that in the chat after this. In addition, Kwadwo will be back in 2 weeks on December 14th to present the last session of the series on job searching during COVID, and you can register for that session and many of our other programs, just as you did for this, at bramptonlibrary.eventbrite.ca. So throughout today's presentation, just a note on asking questions. Kwadwo will take a pause to answer any questions that come through the chat and the comments on Facebook Live. So please post your questions in there in the chat box here on Webex or the comment section on Facebook Live as they come to you. Before we get started, that's not what I want to say. I wanted to say, actually, without further ado, it is my pleasure to pass the mic over to Kwadwo. So thank you, Kwadwo, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Megan, for the warm introduction, and welcome everyone to another stimulating conversation called Work from Home. And I'm excited to be sharing with you today. So at this time, if you would like, please get a notebook, pen, or pencil handy to begin to jot down some important information I'll be sharing, okay? Thank you all. So since we have up to an hour together, we need to have an agenda. So firstly, the introductions, I believe Megan has done a fabulous job. She has already taken care of that. So shortly, I will be talking about Webex's basic features, just in case some of you are new to this platform. Thirdly, I'll talk about the workshop objective. Then number 4, Megan actually will talk about the public library resources, and she'll give an overview. Then I'll take the mic back up by sharing with you what it is that we do here at Job Skills. And then number 6, I'll talk about Welcome Center's overview. Number 7, how you can begin to identify a scam. And then number 8, what to do if you ever get scammed. Hopefully none of you have been victimized yet, but I will be providing some insights on that. And then number 9, 3-step system in terms of how you can begin to navigate through these opportunities safely. Then number 10, we'll talk about real work from home opportunities, just in case if you're wondering. And then number 11, I'll share with you some resources. And then number 12, how you can remain in touch with us at Job Skills. Okay? Thank you. So welcome to Webex for those of you who are new to this platform. So basically, you can mute yourself if you haven't done so at the bottom of your toolbar during this conversation. Also, by default, the camera should be turned off. If it's not turned off, please make sure it's turned off. Also, make sure that you click chat to activate the chat window where you can send a message to Megan or all attendees. In interest of us learning from each other today, I would like for you guys to select to all attendees, okay? And also you can raise your hand. You can use this feature at the end of the presentation or halfway through. And at that time, we can unmute you so you can verbalize your thoughts. And that will obviously be handled by our moderator, Megan, today. Also, you can use the closed caption option. It says at the bottom of your the left-hand side of your screen, so that this way, just in case, if you're not able to hear me well, you can read. Okay? Thank you. In terms of the workshop objective, here's my hope for all of you. After this workshop, you should be in a position to do the 4 following things. Firstly, recognize what work from home scam looks like. And then secondly, know where to go to report a scam. Thirdly, be able to determine the legitimacy of work from home opportunities. And then lastly, you should be able to find legitimate work from home opportunities to navigate through on your own. So these are the objectives in terms of what I'm hoping to accomplish with all of you today. Thank you. So Megan, over to you.
All right, thanks. Just a few announcements about Brampton Library. For those of you who don't know, we have 5 branches that are now open for curbside pickup, and those hours have been extended, so 10 to 5 on Monday and Friday and 2 to 8 on Wednesdays. The other 3 branches, which includes Chinguacousy, Four Corners, and Springdale, are open for limited in-branch services, which they have been for a little bit of time now, a couple months. Although we, because of the lockdown, we do not have study space available right now. And we also have a new app, so if you go into your Google Play or your App Store, you can search Brampton Library and it's a really great app, just seamlessly see what you have checked out, place holds, everything that you can do on the website, you can do in the app, just much more seamlessly. And we've got some more upcoming virtual programs just like this. We have an array of book clubs, at-home trivia on the second Thursday every month. Next week, we're presenting how to protect yourself online, so all about online safety. And virtual maker meetup, we have lots of maker programs as well. And of course, as I've already mentioned, job skills during COVID, we have another one in a couple of weeks. So for most of those, you would register at bramptonlibrary.eventbrite.ca, or for virtual maker meetup and the other maker programs, you can register at makerspacebrampton.eventbrite.ca. Back over to you, Quadro.
Thank you so much. So in terms of what we do as an organization, please allow me to take a few minutes to talk about Job Skills. So first of all, Job Skills is a nonprofit community-based employment and training organization. We've been established since 1988 when we opened up our doors in Georgina, Ontario. Job Skills has been serving the community for 30-plus years. Our mission statement: Job Skills offers employment solutions connecting the skills of job seekers with the needs of employers to create a more vibrant community. As an agency, today we provide employment, employer, newcomer, and business services and programs across the Greater Toronto area. During this difficult and trying time, we want you to know that Job Skills is still here for you. You being our clients, our employers, and our community members as we continue to deliver our services remotely. Job Skills Overview continued. Job Skills connects with over 20,000 job seekers annually and works with over 2,000 small, medium, and large employers in York and Peel regions and Simcoe County. In addition, Job Skills serves job seekers, employers, and the community in 7 core locations ranging from Keswick, Newmarket, Markham, and Brampton in Ontario, Canada. Furthermore, Job Skills delivers over 20 programs and services to assist individuals and specialized groups with job searching through a return to work action plan, individualized employment counseling sessions, starting a business, work experience placements, and employment opportunities. In addition, Job Skills supports employers with the entire recruitment process, job fairs, hiring incentives, outplacement services, and specialized services to meet specific labor market needs. Overall funding is received from the federal, provincial, and municipal governments and the Ontario Tourism Foundation, the Greater Toronto Airports Authorities, and the United Way of Greater Toronto. Just in case, if you have any family members or friends or you know any individuals who are based within York region and Durham region, they can begin to take advantage of our welcome centers. Here's the overview. Welcome Center Immigrant Services is a one-stop service designed to guide and support newcomers or immigrants at locations in York and Durham regions. Services are located under one roof, making it easier for individuals to access the supports they need to help with their economic, social, and cultural integration. More than 10,000 newcomers receive support annually at the 5 centers within York region. Welcome Center overview continued. Job Skills is responsible for providing employment services at each of the 5 Welcome Centers within York region. The following services are also provided at each Welcome Center to support newcomers or immigrants. We have settlement and integration services, English language classes, accreditation and qualifications assistance or credential evaluation services. We also have interpretation services and all other services based on community needs. All right, friends, thank you so much for listening in. So at this time, I'm going to stop sharing, and Megan is going to give us a poll. So let me see how, Megan, are you able to stop my share on this side?
I think you have to do it from your end.
Okay, let me see if I'm able to do that, because I don't have any options, limited options here. Let me see. End show, okay.
All right. Are you able to stop sharing your screen?
I believe I just ended the show, so do I go back?
But yeah, I'm still seeing your screen.
Okay, Megan, let's do it this way because I don't have access to the features on my end.
All right.
In the interest of time. So, friends, here's the poll. Basically, my question to all of you is this. What are you most interested in learning today? So just do me a favor and type it into the chat window for me in the interest of time because I have limited features with the poll. So are you here mainly for today's conversation? And so it says here, what are some work from home opportunities? Are you looking for opportunities? Or are you looking to find where some of these opportunities are? Or are you looking to find real opportunities and not get scammed? Or perhaps you haven't decided yet or other. So I want to know, what's your level of interest in today's session? Just type them into the chat window so that this way Megan can provide an update.
If it's faster for you as well, you could just write 1 for the first option, 2 for the second, 3 for the third, and so on and so forth.
All right. Any feedback as yet in terms of why they're joining us for this thought-provoking conversation today?
Not yet. I think people are making tough decisions.
Okay, guys.
How can you choose?
Please don't think too long. I mean, you must have a purpose or a reason for joining me today. What is it? It could fall under the other. Perhaps maybe the title just, captivated you. Maybe a friend invited you. Or perhaps you're just exploring other options, maybe not specifically work from home. Share your thoughts. We want to hear from you.
So again, the chat feature is just at the bottom right. You'll see a little chat bubble right beside participants. You just click on that, and then you enter your chat message at the bottom right.
All right. So while you guys are thinking, let me just share these facts with you, okay? So basically, while you may be tempted to put your job search on hold during the coronavirus outbreak, I believe that it would be a terrible mistake. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to continue to job search because you can still land that perfect job that you seek. Here's a fact. Recruiters say that it's mostly business as usual despite concerns about the coronavirus outbreak. The only change is that more interviews may be conducted by video interview rather than in person. Okay, so that's just a brief overview. So any update at this time?
Everyone's just being so shy in the chat. We don't.
Oh, wow. Okay, if that's the case, then that's fine. We'll continue. So let's talk about how you can begin to identify a scam, because this is really important when you're exploring opportunities to work from home. So scam by definition is this, friends. It's a confidence game or other fraudulent scheme, especially for making a quick profit, or in other words, to swindle people. So some of the catchy phrases that you may see will be around promises of six-figure income. And if it sounds like the business opportunity of a lifetime, you must proceed with caution. Also, if you're asked to provide financial information right off the bat, that's also another caution or warning. If it sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. Also, if search results don't add up based on your investigation, that's a concern. And when you see vague job descriptions in LinkedIn or unprofessional emails, these are all signs of potential scam. Let me just explain to ensure that we're all on the same page. So first of all, if it seems too good to be true, as we all know, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. No one's going to pay any of us thousands of dollars to do something that a machine could do easily for pennies. So ignore any ads that promise you a six-figure income for stuffing envelopes or entering data or assembling kits. Okay? Regarding the cautions, the second one that I like to highlight is this one. If you have to pay money upfront to get started, please proceed with caution. Legitimate employers pay you. It shouldn't be the other way around. If the ad mentions paying a fee to get started, it's possibly a scam. But please note, some legitimate companies or work from home opportunities do charge a monthly fee to access listings, but you won't find their ads listed on other job sites. So it has to come specifically through that employer website, okay? Third point that I would like to talk about is if they want a lot of personal data right off the bat, definitely it's a scam. Real employers don't need your bank information and your social insurance number before you've been offered a job. If you're asked to give these sort of information up front, then the product becomes you and the service is what we call identity theft. So my advice is that never give out your social insurance number under any circumstance unless you have a job offer on the table, and also unless you can confirm the legitimacy of the employer. Let me emphasize this final point or last 2 points. So it's a scam if the employer has no digital footprint. What do I mean by this? So by this point, nearly all employers have websites, social media presence. If you can't find company by Googling, or if the information that you find is presented in a less than professional manner, please proceed with caution. And the last thing I want to share with you is in regards to the company's URL. So if the company's URL seems off, don't trust links embedded in job ads, first of all. Go to the corporate website and navigate your way through the ad. If you can't find it, look at the URL again and ask yourself, does this seem legitimate or does it seem slightly off? Scammers often buy up URLs similar to those of legitimate businesses. So you might think you're applying for a job at XYZ Corp. For example, the URL could be xyzcorp.com, but the scam or the scammer can list it in the following fashion: xyzcorp.jobs.com, which will turn out to be a funnel into a work from home scam. So please be advised, if the URL seems off, please proceed with caution. Okay, so just to recap, here's what I want you to take away from the scam slide here. Only give out your personal details and information where it is absolutely necessary and when you trust the person you are speaking to or dealing with. Note that jobs asking you to use your own bank account to transfer money for somebody could be a front for money laundering activity, and as we all know, this is a serious criminal offense. Also, avoid transferring or wiring any refund or overpayments back to anyone that you don't know. And remember, finally, if it looks too good to be true, friends, it probably is. Okay? Remember these things. So as you're listening, if you're enjoying the conversation, feel free to type something into the chat box. Okay? Thank you. So let's just say in the event whereby you're scammed or you're victimized or you know someone who's been victimized, here are some steps that you need to take. So how you can reduce the damage? Firstly, you need to report the scam. And how do you report a scam? So I have these websites that are really important for you to write down. And Megan, if you can, you please type these websites into the chat window for our friends. So you can go to the Competition Bureau and basically report the scam. So their website is www.competitionbureau.gc.ca. Also, if someone has gained access to your personal banking or credit information, you can contact your financial institution or credit card company immediately. Where you can go to report the scam, you could go to the Better Business Bureau, which their website is simple, www.bbb.org. Once again, www.bbb.org. And if you've sent money, right, contact your financial institution or the wire service immediately in effort to stop the transaction. And then proceed by reporting this scam to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Center. Their website is www.antifraudcenter.ca. So let me just summarize this slide so that we're on the same page, okay? So in reporting a scam, please remember that we all owe a responsibility to report scams. By reporting a scam to authorities and theft prevention centers, just like the ones that I've mentioned, they may be able to warn other people about the scam and minimize the chances of the scam spreading further. Also, you should always warn your friends and family members of any scams that you've come across. And remember to make sure to call your financial institution immediately so that they can suspend your account and limit the amount of money you lose. If you act quickly, in most cases, you may be able to get the transaction stopped, or in some cases reversed, so that you can minimize the damage or loss. Please remember this, okay? Thank you. Let's continue. So for scam prevention, there's a system that I'd like to introduce all of you to. So this three-step system, in order for you to stay safe, is called simply the RIV system. RIV system. Let me explain. So step number one, here's what you got to do for the research. So for the research process, you need to discover the opportunities. Then step two, you need to investigate. What does this mean? You need to learn the facts. And then step three, which is the V, the validate, you need to confirm your finds. So once again, the three-step process will be research, investigate, and validate. Okay? RIV system for short. Let's proceed. Don't worry, I'm going to explain the system so that we're all on the same page. So for step number one, research the process. So as you guys can see here, here's an example of a job posting on Indeed. So friends, please note that Indeed is a web crawler. So it sort of amalgamates all opportunities advertised. Okay? So we're looking at the example here which says home worker admin. And the name of the company is Commuto Employment based out in Brampton, Ontario. So when you're researching, obviously you need to click on it. And when we click on the home worker / admin role, here's what we see. And please know that Commuto is not a real company. I repeat, Commuto Employment is not a real company. We're using this to demonstrate, right, how you'll navigate through online opportunities, okay? So as we're looking at the job posting, I want you guys to take the next 30 seconds and skim through the employer's requirements. Once again, on your own, I'm going to keep quiet, read through, and just try to memorize the key requirements of this employer. I'll check in the next 25 seconds. So once again, just read through and sort of do your best to memorize the key requirements of this job. All right, I believe you've had enough time to review. So let me just summarize the key points that the employer emphasized. So they're looking for someone who can type over 60 words per minute, okay? Also, the base wage is about $18 per hour. Guaranteed minimum hours worked per week is 30. All right. They're looking to hire 54 agents immediately. And they state that you must be at least 18 years of age. All right. These are the key highlights. So as we're researching, let's continue with the second step, which is the investigation process. Okay. So we need to visit the company's official website. So I want you guys to look at this employer's webpage. And my question to all of you is this. What stands out to you about the employer's homepage? Once again, my question is, Megan, can you please type this question into the chat window? What stands out to you about this website's homepage? So already we've looked at the Indeed job posting, and now we're actually on the employer's official website. So my question to all of you once again is, what stands out to you about this website's homepage? Beyond the beautiful lady, guys. Okay? All right. So Megan, you can let me know once our friends have some feedback for me.
Let me check Facebook, see if any, although we do have a bit of a lag on Facebook. Nothing. No, we don't have any ideas. Everybody's so quiet in the audience today.
Wow. It could be maybe the day, the rain.
I know, it's so
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So if you guys want to remain tight-lipped, then I'm going to spoon feed you. How about that? Okay. So with this website here, as I mentioned, beyond this beautiful lady that we see here, there's something significant that I want you guys to note. Okay. So the apply now, right? Once again, the apply now should never be on the homepage, right? But rather it should be under the careers tab. And usually the careers tab can be found on the secondary page on any employer's website. So right off the bat, something seems fishy. Okay? So moving to step 2, we begin to investigate the opportunity, and our goal is to get the facts. So compare what you found on Indeed versus what's on the company's official website, and make sure that you look for consistencies. So as I'm stating that we're looking for consistencies, my question to you then is, are there any discrepancies or inconsistencies with this page, the official company page, versus what we saw on the Indeed page? So once again, my question is, are there any inconsistencies with this web page versus the Indeed job posting that we saw and I highlighted the key requirements for? So I'll give you another 20 seconds. And this time around, I want everyone to participate. My approach to learning isn't just to simply spoon feed you, but rather I want to hear your thoughts. Because we're here to learn. Hi, Megan. Do we have some seasoned investigators with us today?
We don't, but can I make a guess?
Okay, take a guess.
Okay. Maybe this is wrong, but I'm going to take a stab at it.
We're learning, Megan.
I don't remember there being anything about speaking fluent English in the.
You're right about that, Megan. Yeah. The fluency in English, that's off. What else?
Do I get a prize?
we can make arrangements for that. Anything else, Megan? Or from our friends in the virtual land?
Feel free to jump in here, folks.
How about the third one? Must have a Canadian bank account.
Right.
We wouldn't see that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And thirdly, how about the wage range? Now, all of a sudden, before we saw a fixed amount of $18 per hour, Now we're seeing a range under the job description saying $18 to $25 per hour. So something definitely doesn't seem right because there are what? Inconsistencies. So thank you so much. So whenever you come across, an example such as this, friends, make sure that you Google the company name. So for this example, it will be Commuto Employment. And just use those keywords to find out if any other scam results show up. Okay? So that's my advice to you with the second step, the investigation. And to further your investigation, why don't you just try to learn more about the company? So basically, here's my advice to you. Learn all that you can about the company by specifically going under the About Us tab and read their mission statement, their vision statement, their core values, right? To better understand if this is a legitimate employer. Also, check if they're using any copied content, stolen images, or if they have numerous grammatical or spelling mistakes, because these things are unprofessional and they go against proper business etiquette. Okay? And I highly recommend that you become informed. And one of the best ways to do this is to follow your own curiosity and type the following into a Google search engine, right? And see what comes up. So an example of what you can type into a Google search for scam could be work from home scams, remote employment scams, competition bureau in Canada scams, or anti-fraud center in Canada scams, and see what comes up, right? Because with this research under your belt, you should begin to develop a feel for the scams, right? This is an important step in developing your own confidence in the legitimacy of the opportunities to work from home. So please remember that. Okay, we'll continue. So as you're investigating and you're learning more about the employer, here are the key things that you need to do. So first of all, make sure you check the company's legal web pages. All right. Also, ask yourself, how does the company receive payments? Do they have PayPal? Right? Do they have MaestroCard, Money Bookers, etc.? Also, Google search the company and find out more about the social media presence, right? Because these days, all companies have interest in marketing and doing social, media. All right. And also this fourth bullet point, which is really important, who is, you can type in the company's official website and use the URL to validate the employer's legitimacy. So let me talk a little bit about the Who Is database. So Who Is database, along with showing geographic location, website's registration and expiration date, Who Is also shows details, specifically the name, email, address, contact number, and so forth about the person who registered the website. This can be utilized for further research. Also, if you find the domain is quite new and is about to expire, friends, beware. It can be a temporary cover for a scam. All right. And also, in addition, make sure you search the company on authority website. So here in Canada, we have the authority website of BBB, as I've given the website already, which stands for Better Business Bureau. So for people who are abroad, India, they have the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. In Australia, they have the ABN lookup. And if you're in the United Kingdom, there's an authority, website authority known as Company House. So checking a company's credit history or report using a popular online tool will let you know about the company's credit score, financial performance, director structure, contact details, and other important details, right? So that this way it can help you to validate their legitimacy. So, Megan, please share with them the authority website. Okay?
Way ahead of you.
Thank you so much. All right. So since we have great momentum, let's wrap it up with a third step, which is the validation process. So for the validation process, after you've completed step 1 and 2, you need to validate. So what you need to do is to contact the company. So to check out the validity of the company's website, verify whether the website has a physical address or location. specifically find out the street number and their phone number. And friends, I suggest that if the company happens to be within your surroundings or within your vicinity, visit, right? And these days, you can use Google to get an aerial view of the company site as well. So if you're not able to travel, and I highly suggest due to COVID, you don't travel too much, you can use Google, put in the address, and get an aerial view of the neighborhood and the company site, all right? Also, you want to find out, does the company have a phone number listed and an email ID? Try finding an email to identify the employer and provide and send them an email to validate whether indeed their email address is valid. So if your email gets bounced back, then obviously you know it's a scam. And please make sure that you don't provide any personal information. Okay? All right. I hope you guys are still with me. Okay. All right. We'll continue. So basically, friends, that's the RIV system. So firstly, you need to research, you need to investigate, and then the third step, you need to validate. So I know I've been talking a lot for the past half hour, so at this time, I'm going to check in with Megan to see if you guys have any questions for me.
Nope, nothing in the chat or the comments on Facebook Live. You must be explaining everything perfectly.
Really? Are they with us, though? Can someone just type something into the chat window to confirm whether you can hear me and you're still with us?
And just so you all know, if you type something in the chat, nothing comes up. They don't see it on Facebook Live if that's part of the hesitation.
Okay. All right. So should we continue then?
Yeah, let's continue.
All right. Thank you so much, Megan.
If you guys do have some questions, then feel free to continue posting it in the chat. We'll get to it. Oh, somebody on Facebook Live just wrote hello.
Thank you, whoever that is.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're still with me. All right, I'm glad that you're still with me. This is an excellent form of validation. Because here I am thinking I'm just speaking to Megan. Thank you so much.
Sorry she joined late, but she's here.
Apology has been accepted. You made up for it. Thank you so much.
Great.
All right, so continuing, let's talk about the real opportunities that are out there, okay? So basically search job boards and find well-established companies that offer remote work opportunities. So I have a list of some legitimate titles or positions that we can assume. So number 1, there's the virtual assistant one. Number 2, medical transcriptionist. 3, translator. 4, you can become a web developer. 5, travel agent. 6, freelance writer. 7, social media manager. Or 8, data entry. Remember, these are just some of the opportunities, okay? Let me just highlight what some of these opportunities mean. So, friends, here's the good news. There are, in fact, many legitimate work from home opportunities, just in case you were doubting, right? So there are opportunities, and we just need to do our homework and make sure that we investigate our opportunities, as I've previously mentioned, okay? So some of these opportunities, too, could be through the job boards. You can use them to find opportunities. Also, you can use them to find leads. Recruiters post jobs, and they can be an excellent source for finding work from home. So some great job board websites that you can begin to use immediately could be flexjobs.com, weworkremotely.com, indeed.ca, Simply Hired, Friends, even Workopolis. These are examples of job boards that have credibility and that you need to put on your investigative hats and go through the RIV system to validate, okay? So with these opportunities, we know that working at home is the dream of many people. And thanks to technology, that dream is coming into fruition for many people around the city. So, but if you want to find work from home opportunities, you need to do your research, as I already stated, and develop your skills required for the specific opportunities. Study released by FlexJobs shows telecommuting has increased by 115% for employees in the past decade. Every year, FlexJob releases their top 100 companies with remote jobs. A few on the list are Amazon and Dell, right? This is just to help you to understand that real opportunities are there. Let's talk about if you're hoping to become a freelancer. What are some work ideas? So freelance work could be around web development, data entry, transcription work, translator, creative writing, financial planning, and some websites that I have here for your future reference could be for transcriptionist opportunities, rev.com, translator opportunities. You can look at translatorcafe.com and apen.com as well. Let me just take a moment to explain some of these opportunities, just in case some of these titles are new to you. So an example of a great work from home opportunity as a freelancer, as I stated, are these ones listed here. Essentially, a freelance job is one where a person works for themselves rather than for a company. While freelancers do take on contract work for companies and organizations, they are ultimately self-employed. So if you have aspirations of being self-employed, freelance work might be for you. So a transcriptionist must have the following if you're interested in transcriptionist work. You must have accuracy, great typing speed, listening skills, attention to detail. Training experience is oftentimes required. If you know more than one language, there are opportunities for video or documentation translation, data collection for speech, text, handwriting, in a variety of different languages. So once again, you can check out rev.com, translatorcafe.com, apen.com for opportunities. And if you specialize in language development or software, you can analyze and find opportunities through upwork.com. Okay, so upwork.com and fiverr.com for freelance opportunity relating to language development or software development. So Megan, do me a favor, please, just in case if we don't have this on our list. The website again is upwork.com and fiverr.com, fiverr.com. Okay? All right. So these are some opportunities for people who are interested in software development. Okay? Moving forward, let's talk about virtual assistant opportunities. So here are some facts about the VA opportunities, okay? So if you're interested in such an opportunity, first and foremost, you must have excellent computer skills. You must be accurate. You must be attentive to detail. You must be able to work efficiently. You must be flexible, and you must enjoy variety. You must also have excellent customer service skills. So a website that I would recommend is belaysolutions.com, belaysolutions.com. Friends, don't worry if you're not getting these websites. I've compiled the list for Megan. She'll provide that at the end, okay? So just listen in. So for VA opportunities, here is some fact. According to the International Virtual Assistants Association, these workers are independent contractors who work remotely from their home or an office to support multiple clients in a variety of industries by providing administrative, creative, and technical services. VA assistants or virtual assistants ensure business operations run smoothly. They can complete tasks that involve organizing events, creating presentations, managing social media accounts, answering emails, handling financial responsibilities, and they can also help small entrepreneurs or small businesses as well. And oftentimes, to do VA work, you need to be certified. Okay, so if this sounds appealing to you, make sure you check out belaysolutions.com. All right? Thank you so much. I hope all of you are still listening in as we continue. So work from home opportunity. Create and sell digital products. Let's talk about this. So you can create your own digital products. Some examples include templates, budgets, presentation, fitness trackers, and coloring pages. These are just examples, friends. For example, if you love photography, consider taking pictures and offering them for sale on Etsy or other creative markets that you can search up. Common photography images are style, stock, or beautiful scenery. So for digital sales, it refers to the process of selling advertising space on digital mediums such as websites, blogs, social media platforms, digital magazines, and other digital properties. Okay, so keep that in the back of your mind. These are some of the opportunities. Moving forward, perhaps you're an educator or interested in educating people. So they do have a huge demand for online teachers. Okay, so if you're generally a teacher, great opportunities exist for work from home. If you want to become a student advisor, instructional designer, product development officer, if you want to be a trainer or facilitator like myself, online opportunities exist. If you want to become an instructional technologist, a subject matter expert, right? If you want to create and sell courses on almost any subject or topic, popular topics can include home gardening or a trade like woodworking or carpentry. These are just, friends, a few of the examples which are available, okay? So teachers can work. Here's the good news. Teachers can work from any location so far as they have a reliable computer and reliable internet service. Opportunities as teachers are plentiful. So you may need further education depending on the requirement of the job or the specialization of the topic or subject. Keep that in the back of your minds, okay? So at this time, Megan, please share these resources with our friends. So my advice to you is that make sure you visit these great YouTube links that I'm supplying you with. So basically, the first links we see here pertains to the 9 side jobs to make extra money from home in 2017 up until now. And also work from home job sites for Canadians, no fee 2019 by Justin Bryant. These 2 links are fabulous. Go and watch them so that you can begin to come up with further ideas, okay? And then we have the 12 highest paying work from home opportunities provided by Jillian Perkins. Go onto this YouTube link, watch the video, and learn more. All right? In addition to all these things I've mentioned, we have other resources. So these resources are pretty much a repeat of what I provided earlier or stated earlier. Please make sure you capture these fabulous website resources, right? Once again, for remote work, flexjob.com, WAM, right? So WAM is also a very good website for opportunities. You can also go on to VA Networking. That's a website that I didn't mention, right? Also creativemarket.com. And then online teaching opportunities, you can go on to VIPkit.com, right? HireJobs.com for opportunities. All right, friends? So pretty much these are some of the websites that I wanted to share with you, right? And remember, once again, if it looks too good to be true, it may be. So in conclusion, let me just share with you these comments before we begin to take your questions, right? Many work-at-home opportunities are scams. Some are multi-level marketing MLM firms that run pyramid schemes. If they demand money up front for any reason, you know it's a scam once again. Real legitimate employers never ask for money up front. If they ask you to buy inventory or sample, run away as fast as you can, okay? And if they promise to set you up with a website and put you in business today, run away. The best work from home opportunities require some unique skill or ability, and if you have them, then definitely you'll be in demand. So please remember these things, okay? And have fun exploring. Make sure you use the RIV system once again. So thank you so much for listening. Don't go anywhere. We're going to open up the floors for question and answers. So at this time, Megan, I don't know how we're going to do the poll. Yeah, so friends, don't go anywhere. We're going to attempt to launch the poll. So I'm going to see if I can end my presentation here. Megan, what do you think?
If you're able to end your presentation,
okay,
and then
let me
stop,
see.
And then if you're able to stop sharing your screen,
yeah, I can.
Your screen. Okay.
I can. So I have that option, stop sharing.
Perfect.
Am I good now?
Yes. You have stopped sharing. Let me just see if I can start my video.
So friends, remember, don't go anywhere. It's not because I've stopped sharing my screen that you're going to go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Thank you so much.
All right, let's see here. Now, my apologies, the poll questions are not opening, but I'm happy to read out the question for folks if they would like, and people who are joining us on Facebook are welcome to answer the question too. Let me just open it if you just bear with me a second. And then if anybody has any questions to post in the Facebook comments or the chat in the meantime while I'm just getting that, then that would be perfect. So let me just open it. Okay. So we just wanted to know what your overall impression is of today's topic. Or today's presentation. So if you could just write some comments in the comment section, you can just write if it was excellent, if it was good, if it was or if it was satisfactory or poor. That would be really helpful. And while you guys are doing that, we do have a question that came through Facebook Live. The question is, are there any websites that offer virtual field placements for students?
Okay, well, great question. So basically, in terms of the opportunities, as I said, there were just a few that I was able to research on and provide you useful links to, to further investigate with. So at this time, I'm not familiar with any opportunities for like students or placement opportunities. So I want to urge you to use those resources that I've suggested to you. You can use the general ones to find work from home opportunities. As I said, flexjobs.com is a very good site to start with. Indeed is also there amongst the other ones that I've mentioned, okay? So unfortunately, I don't have any specific detail for you, but please begin to research. Thank you.
And just so you folks know, I will be emailing, so those who registered through Eventbrite, I'll be emailing all those resources that Quadro included in the presentation. And I mentioned this in the Facebook Live chat, that if you would like a copy of that, to just email events with an S, events@bramptonlibrary.ca. So that person just said thank you for that answer.
All right, thank you too.
We do have 2 excellents that came through for the feedback.
Okay,
so
we appreciate you so much, guys.
3 excellents.
Oh, wonderful. So please keep the encouraging, comments coming through, because we are a service provider and our funders want to know when Quadro is sharing, these sessions with you, are you getting a value out of it, right? So please let us know, okay? Thank you so much. So I think at this time, Megan, we'll begin to share the contact information in the interest of time. And while you guys still, generate those key questions for us, because we would love to hear from you, okay? Thank you so much. So I'm going to try to share, Megan, if you don't mind. Or do you want to share on your end? Because we're just on the contact slide.
On the contact slide?
Contact information, please.
I can share, just one moment.
Thank you.
Let me just open it. All right.
So it should start with yours. Thank you.
All right. So I just need to go to the end.
Mm-hmm. So friends, bear with us. With technology, sometimes the transition is a little slow. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So this is a review for you all, because there is an exam right after this. I'm just kidding.
That's right.
Keep you all on your toes, right? Oh, I think I went too far. Oh, that's what happens.
Okay. Yeah, just a few slides up, Megan, and then you can start with yours.
For Brampton Library, if you want any resources from us, this is our contact information, and you can also ask a question to a librarian through our Ask a Question feature through our website. It's just a form on our website. And we also have a resume builder. I know today's session wasn't necessarily about resumes, but of course, if you're looking for work, then that's a helpful thing to use. So you find that under e-resources on our website. Now I'll pass that it over back to Quadvo to talk about your contact info.
Thank you so much. So, friends, I know some of you would want to stay in touch. So here's our contact information, okay? So please try to write it down. So Job Skills services and programs are here to support you. We have a wide variety of workshops, 40 and counting. Join us online through our website, okay, which is www.jobskills.org. We have resources for job seekers, employers, and the community, and they're available through our website. You can call us toll-free at 1-866-592-6278. Once again, 1-866-592-6278. Email us at info@jobskills.org. And also, you can visit us online once again at www.jobskills.org. We are on social media. Connect with us through LinkedIn, Twitter. What else is there? Facebook. And also our YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Thank you. Next slide, please, Megan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So just in case, if you have some friends and family members who are based out in Durham region or in York region, refer them to this website, which is www.welcomecenter.ca. You can call us toll-free at 1-877-761-1155. Once again, 1-877-761-1155. You can email us at info@welcomecenter.ca, and once again, our website link. And please remember, we are on social media. Okay? So thank you so much. So officially at this time, we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. And please remember, if you've enjoyed this conversation, to rejoin us once again on the 14th. Right, Megan?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. For another fabulous conversation. Okay? So officially at this time, we are in the questions and answers period. So if you have any questions or concerns, take a few seconds, think about it, and type it into the chat window, and hopefully I should be able to answer them. Thank you. So Megan, at this time, can you please stop recording?
Yep.
Thank you.
Would you like me to stop